Hello, wonderful viewers! Welcome to Lavis Creations, an amazing YouTube channel just for kids. Here at Lavis Creations, we believe that learning should be an adventure, so we strive to make our content both educational and fun. We explore a whole lot of fascinating topics, from the deepest depths of the ocean to the highest heights of the sky, and everything in between. We believe that every day is a great day to discover something new. Today, we're setting our sights even higher and taking you on a spectacular journey beyond the stars. That's right, we're going on a trip to the moon. Have you ever wondered what it's like to travel through space, to land on the moon, and to explore its rocky surface? Well, wonder no more because we're about to find out together. So, are you ready to embark on this exciting journey to the moon with us? Buckle up! Did you know the moon is our closest neighbor in space? Indeed, the moon, our nightly companion, has a much bigger role than just being a beautiful sight in the sky. It's like our very own cosmic best friend, always there, silently playing a crucial part in our lives. For starters, the moon is the main reason why we have tides. You see, the moon's gravity pulls at everything on Earth, including our oceans. When it pulls at the water, it creates a bulge or high tide. As the Earth spins, different parts of our planet pass through this bulge, causing the rise and fall of the sea we call tides. So if you've ever built a sandcastle near the sea, you have the moon to thank for that gentle wave that swept it away. And it's not just about tides, the moon also stabilizes our planet's wobble. Without the moon's gravitational influence, Earth would wobble much more than it does now. This could lead to some serious climate changes, making life as we know it quite challenging. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about some cool moon facts. Did you know that the moon doesn't have its own light? The moonlight we see is actually sunlight that's reflected off the moon's surface. And here's another fun fact. Despite being our closest celestial neighbor, the moon is still about 239,000 miles away. That's far enough to fit all the planets in our solar system side by side with room to spare. And if you think you're heavy, consider this. On the moon, you would weigh only 1/6 of your weight on Earth. That's because the moon's gravity is much weaker than Earth's. So if you ever want to feel lighter, a trip to the moon might just be your answer. Isn't that fascinating? Now imagine if we could visit the moon. So if we want to visit the moon, what do we need? Well, it's a bit more complicated than packing up the car for a weekend getaway, that's for sure. First and foremost, we need a spacecraft. But not just any spacecraft. We need one that's designed for the long journey to the moon. It needs to be strong enough to withstand the harsh conditions of outer space, and it must be equipped with everything necessary to keep the astronauts safe and comfortable. It's kind of like a cosmic camper van. But before we can even think about boarding that spacecraft, there's a lot of training to do. Astronauts train for years before they're ready for a moon mission. They have to learn how to live and work in zero gravity, how to operate the spacecraft, and even how to perform emergency procedures. It's not all floating around and eating space ice cream, you know. And speaking of ice cream, let's not forget about the supplies. We can't just pop over to the moon for a quick visit. It's a journey of nearly 240,000 miles. That means we need to bring along enough food, water, and air to last for the entire trip. And we can't forget about the scientific equipment either. After all, one of the main reasons we go to the moon is to learn more about it. But it's not only about survival and science. Astronauts also need to bring personal items to remind them of home. Photos of loved ones, favorite books, or even a cherished toy can make the long journey a little bit easier to handle. Wow, that's a lot of preparation, but it's all worth it for the adventure that awaits us. So next time you look up at the moon, just remember how much work it takes to get there. It's a big, beautiful universe out there, and we're just getting started exploring it. We're all set. Time to blast off. Imagine the excitement that buzzes in the air, the countdown echoing in your ears, and then, whoosh! The rocket is suddenly hurtling into the sky, leaving a trail of smoke behind. We are now voyaging to the moon, my friends. The first part of the journey to the moon is the launch. The rocket, carrying our brave astronauts, is propelled upwards by powerful engines, The force is so strong that it can push the rocket out of Earth's atmosphere into the vast expanse of space. Once the rocket is in space, it begins orbiting the Earth. Orbiting is like going around in a huge circle. Not unlike how you might swing a ball on a string around your head, the rocket does this at an incredible speed, about 17,500 miles per hour. Yes, you heard that right, 17,500. As the rocket orbits, the astronauts get a unique view of our home planet, a stunning blue marble floating in the inky blackness of space. They see the continents, the oceans, the swirls of clouds, all from a perspective that few humans have ever experienced. But the rocket doesn't stay in Earth's orbit forever. After a while, it fires its engines again. This time, it's heading straight for the moon. This part of the journey, the cruise phase, takes about 3 days. During this time, the astronauts might see something truly magical. The Earth slowly shrinking behind them, and the moon growing larger and larger in front of them. They might also see the stars, countless tiny pinpricks of light against the dark backdrop of space. And then, after 3 days of traveling through the vastness of space, the rocket finally arrives at the moon. The astronauts prepare for the lunar landing, their hearts pounding with anticipation. And there we are, landing on the moon. What an amazing journey! Welcome to the moon, explorers. Picture yourself stepping onto a world where everything is different. The ground beneath your feet is a dusty gray filled with craters, mountains, and valleys, just like Earth, but it's not Earth. This is the moon, our closest neighbor in the vast universe. The moon's surface is a fascinating place, full of stories waiting to be discovered. It's like stepping into a time machine, journeying back to the birth of our solar system. Astronauts who visit this celestial body have a unique opportunity to explore and learn more about our universe. While on the moon, astronauts perform a variety of activities. One of the most critical tasks is conducting experiments. These experiments help us understand more about the moon, its composition, its history, and its relationship to Earth. For instance, by studying moon rocks, we can learn about the moon's geological past and even about the early history of our own planet. Astronauts also collect moon rocks and bring them back to Earth. You might be wondering why we're so interested in these rocks. Well, moon rocks are like history books, holding secrets about the moon, Earth, and our solar system. By studying these rocks, scientists can make fascinating discoveries that might change our understanding of the universe. But it's not all work, and no play on the moon. With gravity only 1/6 of Earth's, astronauts can take giant leaps, bounding around like kangaroos. Imagine that. And let's not forget about the incredible view. From the moon, Earth appears as a bright blue marble suspended in the blackness of space. It's a sight that leaves astronauts in awe and reminds us of our tiny place in the grand scheme of things. Our trip to the moon has come to an end. It's time to return to Earth. But remember, each journey to the moon brings us one step closer to unraveling the mysteries of the universe. So keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep reaching for the stars. We're back on Earth after our incredible journey to the moon. Did you enjoy the trip? We've learned so much together, haven't we? From understanding the moon's importance, preparing for our lunar journey, the exciting trip itself, and of course, exploring the moon's fascinating landscape. Now it's your turn to share. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What was your favorite part of the journey? What new things did you learn? Remember, every comment is a step towards more knowledge and fun. And if you had a good time, why not bring along more friends for the next adventure? You can do that by hitting the subscribe button, giving this video a thumbs up, and sharing it with your friends. Every like, share, and subscribe helps us create more exciting adventures for you. So let's keep exploring and learning together. Thank you for joining us on this exciting adventure. Until next time, keep exploring and learning with Lavis Creations.